We got Mrs. D's nuts being like, oh my god, I can feel your balls. Shirazu gets pierced. We got my boy Uta getting stabbed, and what does the man do? She's like, ah. He takes Hirako's blade to the side. Grant his very small, weird angle that Ishida gives us. Kind of almost as if he wants us to skip over it, even though it's the title of the chapter. Dude, it's just like, this is why I love the man, dude. The whole chapter, straight trolling Hirako, dude. He's like, come on, let down that poker face, Hirako. Let it down. You must be in pain because of that arm, bro. Just grabs up the spot where he tossed the knives and he's like, jams them in further. I'm like, holy shit. You see these fiendish panels of Uta just straight trolling, dude, fucking with Hirako's mind, trying to get inside his head, and you can see that it's actually agitating Hirako. As much as Hirako throughout the entirety of the series has had this stoic poker face facade on where you can just never really tell how he feels and he never displays any emotion, yo, you can tell Hirako's starting to get pissed off. And it's interesting to see that. Interesting to see how Uta can do that and kind of get into his head like that. And it just really makes me want to know more about the clown backstory, about Uta's past with Arima and Hirako. I want it so badly, dude. I want it so badly. But this chapter of Tokyo Ghoul, we don't go back to that greatness that is Seido versus Kaneki, Sasaki. We don't get to see that. That's okay. That's okay. Even if we don't see a next chapter, that's okay. I feel like that fight right there is pretty much the climax of the auction. That fight right there is the climax of the auction. So, for them to wrap up some of these side points right now, Ishida's apt to do that. I'm fine with that. But it was just interesting to see the breakdown that we have this chapter and the progression of things going on, especially with Hirako's squad. Hirako's squad is just beastly, dude. Hirako's squad, I have to give them props. They're crazy. But let's dive into the chapter, start from the beginning, work our way to the end. We open up with this chapter and Juzo, my boy, is just going in like a fiend, dude. Just darting through, slicing off heads left and right. The action in this chapter, the artwork, the fluidity, aside from certain face, illustrations and everything like that, it was clean. It was nice. I really enjoyed it, dude. And Juzo is just going in. You see Urie just stay scheming in the side. He's like, no, I won't let you take my credit from me. Just goes in, dude. I'm like, oh my god. You see the rape face on Urie. I'm like, yo, you're this passionate about the credit. I think he's forgotten his endgame at this point. I really think he's forgotten that he wants revenge for his father's death on Ao. I think that's not in his mind right now. He's so focused on the intermediary step of getting the credit. He's like fetishizing the credit. He's like, oh my god, he wants to be up inside that credit. He wants to caress the credit, dude. He's like, you won't take my credit from me. He darts through, releases his Quinke Kagane, goes in, and you see a quick shot of Juzo just being like, oh, just kind of darting to the side. Like, he was willing to slice straight up through Juzo to get all those fiends. And you see everybody looking around like, oh shit, the one eye, what is going on? Urie demonstrating, once again, I never put Urie down on this. Ever since they went up against Torso, early on, chapters 4, 5, and stuff like that, I knew Urie went in. When he was eating himself to go in, I'm like, dude, this guy has resolve. He's a beast. I hate his personality, though. He's a fucking insane prick. Oh, get away from my credit. Urie, man, you're fucking twisted. You couldn't get MUTSUKI out there, but you're willing to kill off anyone in your path for that credit. You're a fiend. You're an absolute grade A fiend. Moving on from Urie. He's going, it's only a matter of time before he spirals out of control with the new walls that have been taken down, and, he requires more power, whether, we see, they're in the warehouse, so whether we see Ayato show up, who knows who else, Hinami comes through, whatever happens, he's gonna have to push himself a little bit further, and it's only a matter of time before Urie spirals out of control. So, let's put that aside. A character that has grown on me tremendously throughout the progression of Urie, MUTSUKI, dude. If MUTSUKI dies at this point, I will be legitimately broken, because to see her resolve this chapter, taking what she learned from Juzo with knife training, she's like, I want to go in, I want to be stronger, I want to hold my own. And she has that courage, she just goes in, she's like, I'm afraid, but I'm gonna go in. I'm like, dude, Mutsuki. That panel of her, I'm just like, yo, so fucking sexy, so fucking sexy. yeah, I really like those opening parts of the chapter, but the main bulk and meat of this chapter was focusing on Pierrot, the clowns, versus Hirako's squad. And before I get into Uta again, because I want to talk about him a little bit more, because everybody knows he's my second favorite character in the series, I want to talk about Hirako's squad. Takeomi. For those of you that don't know, Takeomi, the dude that just fucking manhandled the fat clown Ganbo, I believe his name is, just twists him up after getting picked up by the man. He's like, puny nugget. I'm like, what the fuck, yo? That is so true. He goes in for a little bite of the leg, and Takeomi just flips over, strangles the man. He has him, he twists his neck and breaks it off. Dude, you know what this means? They narrate it too. I like how Kuramoto was narrating throughout this whole thing, and quick side, I love Kuramoto's character design. I like his personality. He just seems, you know, very much so a troll in his own right. And I just, with the look and everything, the slanted eyes, kind of on that Ichimaru Gin tip, dude. He's nice. He's nice. I like him for first class investigator. I can't wait to see him going further in the future. And he's holding his own against Roma, who's straight fiendish. So I know he has skill. But Takeomi, dude. Even Uta has to pause. Even Hirako stops what he's doing and looks over. Everybody's looking over at this man choking out this bear-sized clown ghoul, man. And you see with Kuramoto's narration, he's like, there's only a 0.01 chance of somebody being this physically strong to actually beat a ghoul's strength, a normal human beating a ghoul's strength like this, because ghouls are 4 to 7 times stronger physically than humans alone, without even bringing the Kagane into the mix. This dude is crazy. And for those of you that don't know who Takeomi is, Kuroiwa, you know, him and Shinohara were like a little duo. They went up against Yoshimura back in the day. You know, the first two to rock the Arata suits. That's his son. Takeomi is Kuroi's son. So that's what Kuramoto was kind of referring to. He's like, you know, just like his father, whatever. I don't know if Kuroi's strength was that fucking beastly, but even when you have Uta looking over, like, whoa. I'm just like, yeah, this guy's crazy. Roma's going in. Roma's having a blast, dude. Honestly, seeing Roma go in like this, because I was put off by her during the initial clown reveal, you know, Roma and Inatori especially were the two where, at this point, for those of you that don't know, I love the clowns. Everybody hates the clowns. I don't give a fuck. I think they're fucking crazy. I think they go in. I like them. They are twisted. They're fucking assholes. They've warped and manipulated half the shit that's gone on in the series, but I like them. I fucks with them, right? Roma's personality in this arc, dude, just going in. So as she sets up the fucking Kagane and the fool, I wonder if it was either a trap, like we've been seeing the variations that Nutcracker was using, you know, that Shu's other attendant was using. I wonder if it was a trap like that, or she somehow penetrated it underground. It was fucking crazy, dude. She's going in, she's wrecking shit. Only Kuramoto is standing to her right now. And the other dude, I forget his name, dude with big lips. I cannot remember his name for the life of me. But Hirako, it seems agitated at this point. And I feel like next chapter, at the very least, we're going to start to go into Hirako's kind of personality in terms of what his deal is with Uta. Because you can see the hatred in Hirako towards Uta. Someone who's never displayed any real emotion at all. And Uta's going out of his way to troll hard. He even did the thing with, you know, using his no-face ability to put on the Arima face. And getting back to that, because I haven't talked about that in a little while, now that I've had more time to sit on and chew on it, I really do believe Uta can just mask himself as anyone. I don't know if it's part of him being a Kakuja, and he can do kind of Kakuja-like masks because of it. If it's his own unique ability, he just has that shit. We still don't know. But that explains why Uta has so much information, how he was able to manipulate so many things going forward. So it's going to be interesting to see how things like that go. And then, ending off the chapter, Shirazu just, dude jumps in there. I knew they couldn't take Nutcracker. Nutcracker's at the march like, where's my 2 million? Where's my 2 million? Obviously looking for Mutsuki to, you know, get the auction money that she has promised, because she brought Mutsuki in. And just sees them come in, stab Shirazu with the trap in the ceiling. Shirazu's getting all fucked up, and she's like, oh, I can taste your balls. I'm like, holy shit. Shit is about to go in. I cannot wait for next chapter. Hopefully, you know, what I want to happen is I want Ayato and Hinami's group to go over to where Juzo and Urie is, just so Urie can get pushed. I think Juzo will be fine. Even though I think that he still needs to get his Jason to go in fully, I think he'll be fine. I want Urie to get pushed to his limit so he can fucking snap and realize he's not the hot shit that he thinks he is, and that he can't control the shit better than Kaneki or whatever he thinks he's gonna do. Be the second coming. No, you're garbage, Urie. You're fucking garbage. Go all about the credit. Alright, so that's pretty much the chapter. I really enjoyed it. My highlight for this chapter was just straight up Uta, man. Just trolling, getting stabbed. Dude's gonna be alright. Okay, I'm not worried about Uta. I'm never gonna be worried about Uta. Like, all this does is showcase how beast HIRAKO is at coming off of being Arima's partner in the past. He's a beast. I've always thought this. And to go toe-to-toe with Uta like this, to get land blows like that, monstrous. But he's just like, he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be perfectly fine. So hopefully we get to see Seido versus Sasaki next chapter. That'll be great if we actually get back to that. But I think they're gonna hold off. I think she's gonna hold off of that just a little bit longer to make that the climax of everything. Potentially even, you know, bring Kaneki back, Kaneki persona, or at the very least the Centipede persona back into the fray. So that's pretty much it for this chapter. Let me know your thoughts, and I'm out. Peace.